day. We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive, fight for freedom we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
jiri ndu ya wechaja maka Biafra. Wero putara anyị onye ndu Simon Eba
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the BBOs, the Izon, the Shekiri, the the Isobos and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does,
I want to make it very clear this evening that
think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi. He said,
the Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for, because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway, because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodimma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
It is left for the people to change a corrupt system. Don't leave it to God. Oliver Cromwell sacked King Charles I and cut off his head. You see English people, you see the British. Some of you don't know that they rebelled against their own government too. That is why today they are advanced and developed. That's why today the House of Commons is sovereign, more or less, in terms of political power. The French people revolted, Americans revolted, Russians revolted, everywhere, even the Arab Spring. The only place without any uprising is in Black Africa, and that is why you're poor.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, For that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why?
I want to make it very clear this evening that those who align with the Nigeria government to undermine the legitimate interests of Biafra people, especially in the liberation phase of Biafra, we are not going to allow them to have peace within Biafra territory. Because they are aligning with the enemy who killed our people and commit genocide in our land. And what they do is to fight against our common interest. We should not and can never be remorseful. We are going to deal with them decisively by uprooting those individuals who, by the pen, approve the invasion of Biafra land and making it possible for the Nigeria terrorist security agencies to lay siege on Biafra soil. Regardless of their status, we don't engage later after Biafra has gotten its independence. The idea of the struggle, of the face of this struggle at this point, is to liberate Biafra holistically. Because if we don't do it now, it may undermine the development of Biafra when we go into the second phase of the civil war, with the internal civil war after Biafra independence. And we cannot allow that to happen. We have the potential to develop at the fastest rate, more than any country in the world. These people must be driven out of Biafra land and never to set their foot on Biafra soil.
State administrators, those that feel they do not want to follow the path of Obatopie, we also welcome them to quietly and peacefully leave the United States of Biafra. Biafra promotes freedom of association. You are free to go with whomever you want to be with. That is a basic right. We are not going to take it away from you. You are free to associate yourself with whom you want to. But what we are not going to allow is being able to disrupt what we are doing. Being able to use the platforms established by Obotobie to promote your chaos and your divisive nature. Allowing you to use the plans, the maps, the regions that Obatobie has set up to continue to organize, disinform our people. We are not going to allow you to do that. But as long as you following whoever calls you on the phone privately, it is okay to go with those individuals. And Biafrans, we truly support you to do that. That is called freedom of association, which United States of Biafra guarantees. There are charters that we signed during our declaration in Finland. And one of that is the basic human right of individuals to associate with whomever they want to. But you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra. There is only one United States of Biafra. Under one command, His Excellency the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, represented by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. Anything outside this, we wish you luck, but please leave any platform that either myself or Obatobia has established. You can inquire from whoever you want to be with. They have their own platform. They have where they are doing their own little shenanigans. You can join them there. We wish you luck, but do not be in the platform established by the United States of Biafra and be causing your havoc. On that note, I thank
fighting a war, knowing the difficulties, the odds against us, there is an element of fatalism, people feeling, well, if the world chooses to abandon us, then perhaps it is better we all perish. They don't ever consider a Biafra not free. They believe in either Biafra free or no Biafra at all. That means none of us living to see it.
Asịkwana Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope asịkwana na ọ dịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme ọ ga-emekwa ịfụnanya. Isi n'igwe na enwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra, ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Eza ka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwa pie. Ogbugbo ọtụtụ ọtụtụ anwụgbo.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I welcome you and I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect all of us. My fellow Biafrans, it is another Monday, and I wish you a very happy seat at home. For those who are coming across our channel for the very first time, either you are watching us from TikTok, from Facebook, or from YouTube where I'm hosting the program, I appreciate you and I welcome you to this program. As you join us, we urge you to help us like and share the program. This platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and under the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the control and command of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. That is where we stand. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people. We do not come here to attack individuals. We do not come here to rise against any race or religion. All we are trying to do is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. to speak up on behalf of Biafrans the truth and nothing but the truth. I welcome every one of you, and I thank every one of you for joining us on this platform today. Remember, as always, each time we come online, this morning hours by Biafran time is always a time to encourage Biafrans, a time to inspire Biafrans, a time to tell the world what is going on in Biafran territory. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, I urge you to join us and make sure you share the program as you join. Do not watch the program alone. As you get in, invite somebody to join. Try to share at least to one person. Very important. Try to share the program to at least one person to join us on this program. As you all know, the social media networks are not very friendly to our program. They always try to hold us down and gag us, make sure we don't reach to the audience we are supposed to reach. But if you can continue to share, like, and do your own part, we are going to get to everyone that need to hear us. I welcome you once again. Remember, it is an interactive section, and the link for you to join me on stage is already on the comment section. That's for those who are watching me on YouTube. The link is there on the comment section. All you need to do is to click the link, then you come in and make your contributions. We admit everybody. There is no limitation. The only thing that qualifies you to join us on this platform is to be human. As long as you're a human being, we are going to admit you and we will listen to you. Just be human. That's the only thing that qualifies you to join us on this platform. And when you join us, please make sure you appear in a decent manner. Put on some clothes. And also, when you are speaking, speak in a very civil manner so that the world will understand you. In this platform, every single information you pass or what you say is being taken note of because the government of the United States of Biafra is watching. The Secretary of Information to the government of Biafra is watching. The Deputy Prime Minister is watching us, and I can bet you the Prime Minister, Master Samarepa, is observing us. So when you have the opportunity to join us on this program, use your time and use it wisely. Speak in a civil manner so that your word can be digested and be implemented where necessary. My fellow Biafrans, it is a special day as always. I say happy sit at home. At the same time, it is a new month, February 3rd. So we are starting on a very good note. Every one of us know why we are sitting at home and why we have agreed to continue to hold on to the sit at home. I welcome you, my beloved sister, Linda TV Show. I can see you there. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you, my beloved sister. So as many as are watching us, wherever you are watching from, every one of us must have known why we are sitting at home today. It is no longer strange. Our reason for sitting at home is very, very open and straight, and we are not missing word. The United States of Biafra is consistent in their demand. Remove all the checkpoints of the Zoological Republic in Biafran territory. Pull out all your military from Biafran territory. Remove every executive working for Nigerian government in Biafran territory. You have no jurisdiction in that area. Release our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu and all Biafran political prisoners with immediate effect, unconditionally. Until that is done, we will continue to express ourselves every Monday. Civil disobedience is the most peaceful way to air opinion and let the world hear our voice. Civil disobedience have always been what the Biafrans are applying. Biafrans are applying civil disobedience. It is peaceful. Nobody is being forced to sit at home. It's been going on for almost 4 years and counting. But the Nigerian government has stubbornly refused to listen to the plight of the Biafrans. When Biafran decided that we are going to be sitting at home to air our opinion and let the world know what we think, some called us fools, some called us ignorant, some thought we don't know what we are doing. But I bet you that has been the most successful thing that the Biafran people have done, sitting at home. In as much as every time the government come with their blackmail and propaganda telling you how they sit at home have destroyed the economy of Biafra land. But I bet you the only thing that have destroyed the economy of the Biafran is Nigerian government. Nigerian government and their policy is the only thing that has continued to destroy the economy of the Biafrans up to this moment as we speak. Not the sit at home. The civil disobedience of the Biafrans has done a great job to highlight and let the world know the true situation of things in Biafran land. The truth has been hidden for a very long time, until this time, when it can no longer be hidden. And I thank you, Biama, for the social media that we have. Biafrans have been able to air their opinion, and they can no longer hide their atrocities anymore. That is why we must be consistent in this sit at home until our requirement is met. Consistency is the key. That is the word from our Supreme Ambassador Nnamdi. And we know how he has been consistent in the pursuit of the freedom of Biafran people. For those who think that their idleness can get Biafra or set Mazen Nnamdi free, for those who think that there are political moves, political lies and criminality will make anything right, I believe their eyes is being cleared now. Anyone that has not known that Nigeria has never and will never be a solution for us, I believe you are now knowing it. I have said it time and time again in my program that the only thing that is going to guarantee our freedom, our safety, and the freedom of Mazen Nnamdi is what we do as Biafrans. What we do as Biafrans. And one of the things that we are doing that is working is this Monday sit at home. It has worked very, very effectively. Against all their blackmail, propaganda, and lies, it has continued to work up to date. And they are trying everything possible, including blackmail, including force, including taking lives of people, to make sure that they stop it. In the guise that is destroying the economy of the Southeast. But every genuine human being that lives on the planet Earth that knows about the South issue will know that the only thing that has continued to destroy and challenge the success of the Southeast, the economy of the Southeast, is the policy of Nigerian government. The policy of Nigerian government have been the only challenge the Southeast have had. Even in the midst of those challenges, when you look at it critically, you see that the Southeast still remains the most successful area. You can imagine what the Southeast will have achieved without all those criminal policies, without all those witchcrafting politics. You can see, you can imagine how far the area will go. And this is what they have seen. Of course, they know the success that the old Southeastern region made during the time of Michael Opara. Michael Opara has one of the highest growing economy in the world during the time of the old Southeastern region. The old Southeastern region had the highest growing economy. Go and make your research. It was a place that people were jealous of. The world was jealous of, not just Nigeria. And this is what they do not want to happen again. They are fighting it by all means. In all these guys, they continue to fight it. And some of us are supporting them, some of us are enabling them, some of us are giving them the opportunity to continue to perpetrate that evil. But I thank Chukwu Okike Abiamara today. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, is doing everything humanly possible to keep the standards and the foundation laid down by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to see that Biafra land is safe and secure, to see that Biafra exit the zoo by all means necessary. The foundation led by our Prime Minister, just as our Deputy Prime Minister have said, that the structure to save Biafra, the structure to save humanity, the structure in the South has been laid down by the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa from A to Z, from the beginning to the end. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. If you like, keep him silent for donkey years. You cannot do anything. We will continue until we get our destination. And if you think you can stop him, think again, because you are going to fail 1,000 times. Every one of us saw the good news on Saturday night during the fundraising. For those who were there in that fundraising, I appreciate every one of you. Everyone that have been supporting on that fundraising, may Chukwu Okike Abiamara continue to increase you. For every dime you contribute on that fundraising, Chukwu Okike Abiamara will double it in 1,000 folds. You will never lack. As many as have continued to contribute, you will never lack. You will never ever lack. Chukwu Okike Abiamara have done a great work for us. In that fundraising on Saturday, we got an information through the Deputy Prime Minister, and she confirmed that the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, spoke to Dr. Levy, the lawyer of the United States of Biafra. The Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, sent greetings, extended message through the United States of Biafran lawyer, Dr. Levy. Many of you know Dr. Levy. He has been with us in so many programs. He has been with us in so many broadcasts. That is the United States of Biafra lawyer, working closely and hand in hand with the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. Dr. Levy, our international lawyer, was able to speak to our Prime Minister, and our Prime Minister passed some information and greetings to Biafrans. And our Prime Minister assured us that he will be back very soon. I am going to share that very information after my program. I will cut out that very portion for those who cannot be able to watch through all the messages during the fundraising, so that we can get acquainted to these informations. The government of Biafra has never been idle. The government of Biafra is doing everything humanly possible to see that our Prime Minister joins us as soon as possible. Every one of us as Biafran has to know that there are procedures you can never jump. There are things that are beyond your reach. You can only do what you can do as a human. The United States of Biafra can only do what they have to do as a government, but there are certain things you cannot change. They must go through the procedure. And every Biafran is advised to follow these procedures, more especially when it comes to the case of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The Finnish authorities have the way they do their things. They have their rules of engagement. They have their procedures on investigations. They cannot change it because of us. They didn't make the laws because of us. So we have to be patient in as much as we are in a hurry, in as much as we are being exposed to danger, in as much as we feel the pain of the slowness of the case. There are certain things we cannot change. All we need to do is to be steadfast and continue to hold the banner until our Prime Minister joins us very soon. But one of the greatest things we have to know is that he has sent a message and he has continued to send a message. The last message that was sent, which was the one our Deputy Prime Minister announced during the fundraising, he said all is well. And he warned on those who are pushing wrong information to the social media. Those who are using the social media against the United States of Biafra. Those who have decided to be working against the new dimension. The new dimension, which Nnamdi Kanu himself spoke about, and Mazi Simon Ekpa activated it. He has won. If you are one of those, you have to be careful. Stop while you have time. Move away from such criminality and such atrocity. Stop distracting the Biafrans. You know yourself. Whoever you are, you know yourself. We don't need to call names. If you are one of them and you come across this video, you know yourself. Those who are deceiving Biafrans, distracting Biafrans, pushing one lie, one blackmail or the other against their fellow Biafrans, against those who are holding up the mandate. Those who are doing things to bring down the mandate. You know yourself. The Prime Minister have warned. Stay away, stay clear. Stop doing what you are doing now that you have time, or else the anger of the gods will come upon you. And when it starts, you have no place to run to. My fellow Biafrans, never give up. I know so many of us are weakened. Some are getting discouraged, but there is no reason for you to get discouraged. Not now, not at this point in time. This is the most important time in the restoration of Biafra. This is the most greatest time in the restoration of Biafra. So wherever you are, you must join now and play your own role to support the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. Support in any way you can. Do not walk away. Do not sit back. Don't say, let me watch and see what they're going to do. Don't say, oh, I'm tired. I won't do it again anymore until Mazi Simon Ekpa come out. That means you are part of the problem. If Mazi Simon Ekpa has walked away and said, let's wait for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you know what would have been Mazi Nnamdi Kanu face today? Have you ever sat down and thought, what if Mazi Simon Ekpa has walked away and said, okay, I have to wait until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. I won't talk anymore. Do you know what would have become the fate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra today? When you think about that, now you understand that you have no reason to stay away. Instead, you have every reason to fight more than ever. Now that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not around, you need to take up the challenge and hold that banner until he joins us very, very soon. We have always said it, that it is what we do that is going to guarantee our freedom. Our freedom is not going to come by wishful thinking. The freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to come through your political shenanigans. Freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not come through your prostate and talk, and begging and crying on social media. It is going to come through the actions you take. These Mazi Samareko has spoken about several times, and that was why he continued to fight on to see that Mazi Nnamdi is kept alive until he joins us. We woke up finally and we saw in their media that Nigerian government has no plan anywhere to let go of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi. They can continue to deceive themselves. They have used their governors to come out and deceive themselves. They use their governors to come and tell you, oh, the governors are calling for his release. They say the governors are calling for it. They say they say, oh, the elites are making meetings. These are all lies. These are a bunch of criminals trying to deceive you. None of them is serious. None of them is sincere. There is no genuine call for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi anywhere in Nigeria except in the United States of Biafra. There is no genuine call for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi anywhere in Nigeria. No, it doesn't matter who is talking. There is no one that is genuine. After we woke up and we saw that the court of Nigeria upheld the prescription of IPOB, that action should speak volume to everyone that is genuinely seeking for freedom. If you are genuinely a Biafran and you claim to love Mazi Nnamdi, when you hear that the court of Nigeria, in the midst of all the call to release Mazi Nnamdi, have gone ahead to uphold the prescription of the indigenous people of Biafra, you should be concerned. If you were sleeping, you are supposed to wake up. But unfortunately, there are a lot of idiots and empty brains in the zoo. They think they can deceive us. But Biafrans are smart people. The Biafrans cannot be deceived. How can you be calling Mazi Nnamdi a leader of a terrorist group, and at the same time you said you are asking for his release? If the Zoological Republic government were genuine, if the people who call themselves elite and governors were genuine, if those people who are calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi are genuine, the very first thing they are supposed to do is to make sure that the prescription on IPOB is removed. Because that is one of the things that is tied. That is the thing that is holding Mazi Nnamdi. The prescription. For them to continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi perpetually, that prescription has to be there. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. That is who he is. And you wake up and hear that the government of Nigeria have upheld the prescription of the indigenous people of Biafra as a terrorist organization, and you're not bothered. You're not bothered. You're not troubled. You didn't wake up. You are still believing on some politicians talking. You are still believing that your governors are going to do something to free Mazi Nnamdi. You are still believing that your elites are going to do something to free him. You are still believing the fake call for freedom of Mazi Nnamdi here in Nigeria. You are a fool. You are a fool. If you are still believing them, you are a fool. A big fool at that. If there were a genuine call to release Mazi Nnamdi, it has to start from deprescribing IPOB, which everybody knows that it's not a terrorist organization. The whole world knows that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. IPOB have branches over the world. They have protested in several occasions. IPOB as an organization have done a lot of things, and they are still doing, still presence everywhere. No country proscribed IPOB except Nigeria. And yet they have gone ahead to uphold that prescription. In a time, in a very delicate time, where they come to make us believe that all of them are asking for Mazi Nnamdi release. They only use the name of Mazi Nnamdi to draw attention in their media. When they see that the audience are no longer watching them, people are no longer watching their program, they will now bring Mazi Nnamdi in. And they come in and begin to talk all manner of trash. They will tell you what they have done and what they have not done. Lies. Lies from the pit of hell. It is sad. This bunch of criminals that call themselves governors, elites, they have nothing to offer. And that is why we have seen it time and time again. And our Prime Minister went ahead to lead Biafrans to conduct a review, which was done, to cast a vote of no confidence on them. That vote of no confidence stands. Don't forget that. We cast a vote of no confidence on anybody that is serving under the zoo in that territory. Every one of them. The Biafrans had cast the vote of no confidence on them. And that is why this sit at home is one of the things that you must not allow to slip out. Don't wait for anybody to come and announce for you. Don't wait for anybody to come and knock for you. It's not going to be forced. But if you love your life, you must obey the sit at home. Today, you see what is going on in Biafra land. You see the attack have increased. And as always, they have continued to pour in terrorists into Biafra land. Even while we have cried and made revelations, some people, women, have called and called. They continue to use Asare Dokobo and his boys to destroy life and properties. Many of you must have seen so many videos. We are the Asare Dokobo men. We are taking the life of innocent Biafrans that committed no crime whatsoever. They kill them in cold blood. And in those videos, when you listen, the only crime they commit is that they are members of IPOB. That is the only crime they commit. Innocent Biafrans being mowed down in numbers, and nobody is asking questions. Nobody is concerned. Nobody, no governor. Instead, the governors are the ones still signing this contract with Asare Dokubo. Governors are the ones bringing these non-state actors, sponsored and trained by Asare Dokubo. It is your governors that sign and bring them in, and you see the havoc they are causing in Biafra land. Chasing Biafrans, young men and women, taking their life in cold blood with no offense committed. And they're not hiding it. They do it openly, brazenly in the open. Burning houses of people, burning properties, and stealing right, left, and center. And those who claim to be your spokespeople are not concerned. They go ahead and begin to create security outfit. And every single security outfit they create is to go against the indigenous people of Biafra, to go against their own people. They are not creating security outfit to secure their people against the invaders. That is why when women, those women who we are talking, we are making suggestion of every people creating vigilante. There is no vigilante group you can create to curb what is happening. There is nothing like that. There is no vigilante group you can create to curb down the evil that is happening. Because whatever you create under Nigerian government will definitely be infiltrated, and their sole mandate will be to go after the Biafran people. They have created thousands and thousands of security. Each one, when you go and look at them, go and check them. They are always after their own brothers and sisters, never against the enemy. The only people that are focused against the enemy is the Liberation Army of Biafra. The Liberation Army of Biafra is focused on the terrorists in uniform and those off uniform. That is their target. But when these will create their security outfit, they don't go after the enemy, both on uniform or after the out of uniform. They go against their people. They continue to create distraction. Today, look at the gap they have created. You see what is happening today in Enugu State. You see the life that is being lost today. You see the attack that is going on, including churches. We have been attacked. Nobody says anything. Nobody is doing anything. The Fulani Janjaweed, the terrorists have resumed the attack, taking innocent life, driving away villagers, and nobody is showing concern. These were the things that cannot happen if the Liberation Army is allowed to do their job, but we continue to get distraction from east, west, north, and south. But I bet you it will not be for too long. We have cried enough. We have shed tears enough. And we cannot continue to cry. The time has come for Biafrans to take action. And action we must take. The atrocities of Nigeria in Biafran territory can no longer be condoned. We see some gruesome videos that are coming out from Biafra land. Very, very bad videos that I cannot be able to share them here on this platform if we must continue to broadcast. Because once you share it on this platform, the platform is gone. We will only tell you about it. So many of you must have seen it. Those of you that are in most of our WhatsApp group, you will see videos that are coming. How the security authorities are taking the life of innocent Biafrans on a daily basis. You saw the report that came out from one of their media, whatever they call him, that 180 Biafrans lost their life within December and January. 180. And when you hear 180, you should know what to expect. It is more than that. Lost their life to non-state actors sponsored by the Nigerian government and the military. 180 people lost their life. These things are happening on a daily basis and nobody cares. These things are happening and nobody's ready to speak on your behalf or speak on my behalf. It is our fight and we must fight it. It is painful and sad that at this point in time, it has now become clear that the women are the real people to lead us to this victory if we must win it. The women in Biafra land can never be undermined. If you are only body that you, if you are a Biafra and you're underestimating the Biafran women, you don't know what you are doing. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because the Biafran women seem to be the only ones on top of the game. During Abarayot, the Biafran women did marvelously well in Abarayot, and they changed things. They changed things. And this time around, it is only the Biafran women that are standing up today, demanding that the Zoological Republic terrorists should leave Biafra land. Only the Biafran women. There is no other legitimate organization that is making any headway or to speak boldly. Only the women. And in the United States of Biafra today, the women are there leading. Just like Mazen Nnamdi asked, where are the men in Biafra land? Where are they? The men are busy gossiping. They are busy gossiping, busy killing themselves with envy and jealousy. They are busy engaging in backstabbing. They are busy engaging in big name pride. But the women are doing the job that they are supposed to do, just like they did in the past. And I'm going to share one of the videos where the women of Biafra are speaking up. Let's watch.
Disappointment and pain in our hearts as our dear president watch as some Nigerians, people like Reno Mokri, Fani Kayode, and Ruben Abat, make statements that is capable of setting this country on fire, and they watch without doing anything about it. We are here when one of the SND in Ajawo Estate made a similar statement. He was arrested, incarcerated for nothing. And we also demand that the federal government dismantle with immediate effect all the checkpoints and all the military checkpoints in the southeast. If the militaries could be in the southeast and we have this high level of crime in the southeast, I don't think we are safe in the hands of the military. We call on the governors of the southeast, raise vigilante groups. Let each community go and raise vigilante groups to guide yourself.
It's our children they are killing. We are standing our ground today to say no to all this. Otherwise, we will all become not just widows, but childless.
Another thing we want to also talk about is that the federal government should please release Nnamdi so that we will have absolute peace in the southeast.
The illegal southeast governors and south governors that he has allowed to hire and recruit fellow Biafrans in the name of security forces to continue to kill our people, because that is what they are doing. The illegitimate Soludo, Pitamba, Ozadima, and Co. You all go ahead and hire reintegrated terrorists. You go ahead and hire fellow Biafrans that you bribe your way into, and they continue to kill innocent Biafrans. That we can no longer continue to happen. We demand that you leave United States of Biafra territory. We have 40 states in the United States of Biafra, 15 districts, 15 counties in each of the states, and we have our districts and we have our wards. The Nigeria terrorist state, Nigeria government, Christopher Musa, President Tinubu, you are mandated to leave Biafra land because we have gotten our independence. You have no place, you have no room to continue the occupation of the United States of Biafra at this moment. You are breaking the law. You are breaking our territorial integrity. You are doing what you are not supposed to do. Any presence of Nigerian military or police in Biafra land at this point is illegal. And Biafrans, we will do everything within our power to move you away from our land. That is the promise. We are going to do that. Nigerian government, you have the mandate to peacefully leave Biafra land with your delegitimized Southeast governors, South governors that are currently occupying Biafra land, trying to recruit unsuspecting Biafrans, giving them guns, giving them arms to continue to terrorize Biafra people. That is not acceptable in our land.
You can see that the women are taking the lead. The women are in the front taking the lead. Where are the men? Where are the men? Where are the men? They are busy gossiping. They are busy backbiting. They are busy killing themselves in jealousy and envy. But the women are taking up the challenge, both in Biafra land and outside, even in the government of Biafra. The Zoological Republic government is doing everything humanly possible to destroy whom we are. They never meant well for us. They never meant well. It is so sad that those who have nothing to offer, they focus their attention on fighting against their own brother and their own sister. They focus their attention on fighting themselves. Some who doesn't have anything to offer. You don't have anything to offer and you do not want to allow your brother who is working for Biafra to do their job. You focus your attention on distraction. You are focusing your attention on personal popularity and presentation of yourself. You just want to exalt yourself and answer big names. It is about you. If you are not on top, nobody will be there. And why you allow things get out of hand. Look at those who are claiming to be in charge of this and that. Where are they today? Those who are in charge of claiming to be in charge of heaven and earth, where are they today? Biafrans are losing their life on a daily basis. Look at the attack that is going on in Biafra land. Unchallenged. Nobody is coming after them. And yet some idiot will come and show themselves. They want Biafrans to exalt them. They even go to the extent of extorting money from Biafrans in the name of protecting them, and they do nothing. Where are the men in Biafra land? Where are the men? Today, the women have taken up the position of the men, and they are doing great jobs because the men are busy gossiping. The men are busy envying themselves. They are busy chasing shadows, chasing popularity. They are busy pulling each other down. And the women have taken up the challenge, speaking up on different angles on different places. Where are the men? Where are the men? Aba women saved Aba when it was time, and they did. They went on a riot that changed the whole situation. They are coming up again. Where are the men? And the most disturbing is that even in the time when the women are doing what they are supposed to do, you will see some men will open their mouth and still be castigating these women. Some of them, in their idiocy and stupidity, will use some derogatory languages against the women. It is sad, but we must continue. The atrocities of the zoo in Nigeria against Biafrans will never be forgiven, and we cannot allow it to continue. We are going to continue to engage them and fight them until the last man standing. We will never give up. It does not matter their propaganda. It doesn't matter their blackmail. It is not going to stop us. Wherever you are in Biafra land, all you have to do today is to continue to support the United States of Biafra. Whatever contribution you know you can make, don't wait for anybody to call on you. Don't wait for anybody to come and beg you. Do your part and let Chukwuka fulfill his work in our lives. The responsibility we have today as a Biafran is to secure our land. We must secure our land. We must protect our land. We must not allow the enemies to take our land. No matter how they try. No matter how they try. No matter their blackmail, their propaganda. No matter what they do, we must not give up. We must continue to fight this battle until victory is won. We are going to win. Don't mind whatever you are seeing today. Do not be discouraged. No matter the propaganda you see today, no matter the blackmail you see today, do not be discouraged. Be focused, stay strong, and stay focused. We shall overcome. Wherever you are in Biafra land, you must try as much as possible to be careful where you go. Be careful what you do. Be careful in any angle where you go, because a lot is happening. The enemies are there already. We have been warned for a very long time. Some who didn't know that Master Simon was doing a great job, now they are finding out. The news we saw yesterday, second, you saw it, the Nigerian President Tinubu and his defense chief Christopher Musa continue the massacre of innocent Biafran citizens near Ehamufu, using their reintegrated terrorists in Nigerian military and police. Ehamufu was on fire yesterday. Innocent people were murdered. Innocent people. This is what Master Simon was fighting against. Mazi Samaneko was standing against it. Since they stopped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and stopped Mazi Samaneko, since Mazi Samaneko was kept incommunicado, Tinubu government and the terrorists have taken the life of more than 1,000 innocent Biafrans. More than 1,000 innocent Biafrans. And many have been incarcerated. It is sad. It is sad. The absence of our prime minister have increased the attack, have given the Nigerian terrorists and Nigerian government the authority and power and the morale to continue to take innocent Biafrans' life. And more than 1,000 Biafrans have lost their lives since Mazi Simon Ekpa remained incommunicado. Yesterday was a hamufu. People were attacked in their churches. What did they do? We saw gruesome videos flying everywhere that we cannot share. Most of you have seen the video, but we can't share them online. And this news, you can't see it in the conventional media. You can never see it in the conventional media. All you see in the conventional media is stop sit at home, stop sit at home. You cannot see the atrocities of the zoo in their media. And every time they come to the media, they continue to misinform people. They will tell you that this insecurity have reduced since they kidnapped Mazi Simon, since they stopped Mazi Simon from speaking. But you can see that that is a blatant lie. Instead, insecurity have increased. People lost their life in their churches, the murdered people in churches. In church was attacked yesterday, even Sunday. And I hope that the Finland authority is watching. I hope that the Finnish authority is watching, because we will never let go. We will never let go. For every Biafran that lost his life, the government of Nigeria is going to pay dearly. For every Biafran who lost his life, the government of Nigeria will pay dearly. It does not matter what they do. It doesn't matter how they say it. It doesn't matter how they pretend about it. We are going to give it back to them head on. And we'll never allow their lies, their propaganda, and their evil fly. We have come a very long way. Whoever is planning anything in any way to stop us or to take away our rights will never succeed. It does not matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they think. It does not matter what they say. We will never give up. We will never, ever give up. We will continue to ask for our rights. And the sit at home in Biafra land will continue until all our demand is met. As we speak today, Biafra land is shut down. And the Biafrans know what they want. Nobody is forcing you to do anything. Nobody is forcing you to look elsewhere. But we will continue until we get our freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide us and direct us to that very path that we must go. It is unfortunate that many people have been misled and many people have refused to embrace the truth. But in the midst of all those lies, we will continue to follow what is right. Do not be discouraged. Do not be deterred. There is war going on in Biafran territory. there is war going on in Biafra territory, and we must win that war. There is no need to pretend about it. There is no need to paint it something else. The truth remains there is a war going on in Biafran territory. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that's the truth. And in case you don't understand it, I'm going to play a video to tell you the information in a more humorous way. Maybe with humor, you can understand better. Let us listen to this.
Many can demand matter no gonada. Strapusi by hapusi ni here, pro here, prosperity, progress, onwere ulelu no la na ndi ani no go dakata hancha no ntitore. Bazie ndi mmadụ ha je kwadobe ọgụ ndị ụka gbane people so kwadobe ọgụ ụna akpozira bere Wednesday Tuesday Wednesday ụna ekpezi na aka ụna akwụrụ ọtọ aka ụna adịrọ ọchị ụna ekpezi na Chukwu arapụgoro ụnụ ụka na ọgbara ụnụ agwa na ya ga-arapụ ụnụ n'ụlọ nsọ awa and ọ rapụgo ụnụ na akakwụrụ ebe a na-akụ aka ụnụ na-akụ dị empty ụna akụzi na onwerozi aka ụnụ na-enye nkịta ụna akụzi na ebe pastọ na-anọ na jet na-agba n'elu ndị na-akụrụ ya egwu anaghị n'ala na-akụ egwu ọnọ n'elu ebe pastọ ga-anụrụ obiri ezigbo ụlọ esi ya na-eku ya ụmụ ogbenye ya tụọ ego jewe na-agbagharị ya fuel na jeneretọ ma ogbe ihe ache mụ na sọndụ bụ atụrụ eji chụọ aja kedu ka esi wee were ụnụ chụọ aja na aka ndị jiri ụnụ chụọ aja mma ejiri gị chụọ aja na-agba moto 7 million 10 million naira isikwana ihe eje eluigwe ịhụ na ndị ụka ịfọ na enwe ebunu ga-eje ndị si ndị ụka onwere ebunu na-eje o onwekwa ebunu na-eje o bikọz na-edekwara edekwuo na ọgaranya ije enugwe dị adịka anyịnya ịga na agala igwe and ngo abụ ọgaranya onwere ebe ị na-eje marakwa na onwe ebe ị na-eje and ikwena ka ịdodo ndị mmadụ ebe a gbana anyị ji akwadobe ọgụ onye bụrụ na ọmụma ka o nwere eso ụmụ ya dewe n'ọgụ na-ada ọbụna egbe ka ị nwere edo egbe edo ezo n'ọgụ na-ada ọbụna ọgwụ ka ị na-agwọta eji gwọta ọgwụ ụmụ Izrel jiri gwọọ ọgwụ na Baịbụl ama mụ na amakwa nke a na ntị ụmụ Izrel jiri ọgụ gụọ Baịbụl wee bụrụ na akọba bụ prosperity and ngwongwo na ngwongwo gwana ndị mmadụ na-alụ ọgụ na Baịbụl ihe niile ha na-agụrụ gị na Baịbụl ọbụ mmadụ anọ ebe ejiri ọgụ agwaghị ha na ndị Filistia na-ewe lụọ Filistia n'ọdị n'obodo oyibo ọrụ na-afụ ụwa ka ọ dị Filistia n'ọdị n'eluigwe ụmụ Izrel ewee jekwa nke ekwute ụmụ Izrel mgbe anyị dị na ụmụaka iche ma ụmụ Izrel ọ bụ na eluigwe ka ọ dị nekwa Izrel ebe enyi ya na-ekwu okwu ya jeresịlị obodo dị ihe ahụ ọ bụọ n'eluigwe ka ọ dị Jerusalem dị ebe eni ihe niile na Filistia dị ebe eni Corinthians ihe niile a na-agbaghị akwụkwọ ndị Corinthians dịka edere ndị nga ihe niile a bụ n'ụwa mụ na aga na-abụ nọ ka o mee o ihe mere eme ebe a ihe mere eme and o nwere ndị o mere n'oge fa so n'oge nke anyị anyị eje ọgụ kwadoni ọgụ na ọgụ na-ada gbabazini ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ agbanwe na ha weta ji weta rice weta nke a weta projekti ụnụ eme na projekti ya zuo n'ike projekti gbada na nke emetere emetere ibegwodu gbana ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada let people get ready because na ọgụ na-ada ihe akịta na-abụrụzikwa ọgụ ụmụazị ndị Igbo be anyị mụrụ na anya o ọgụ na-ada o a na-ekwu na ọgụ na-ada ma nkunu si aghọta mụ na na-aghọta ihe ịnakọta na enwude ga-ebere isi onye ụka egburu isi eti na akpa awa onwe ihe unu menwu enwude onye isi ndị ka na-egburu isi tọwa onwe ihe imenwu abịa n'ihu gara nwunye gara ụmụ gị niile berezi igwe ucha ebere ara bere igbo bere onwe ihe imenwukwa estel fada agwa gị kụbakwa aka ịtọkwa ebe ya na-akụ aka a na-agwa ụnụ ka abacha na-agwa ụnụ onwe ihe imenwu onwe ihe ha nwa menwu a nakata egburu fada isi ha eyirisie blak kpagharịa rituo mgbe ibi nọ mgbe eji bido igbu fada ka ha ji wee bido na-akpagharị na-eme protest oge mbụ wezie gị n'ozi ọma na ọ ga-adịcha mma gịnị gwara gị na ọ ga-adị mma onye ifuru ka ọ na-anwụ anwụ isi ya na ọ ga-adị mma kemgbe ọ ga-adị mma tell people na-enwere ọgụ na ọgụ na-akwado ịda n'obodo ọgụ na-ada n'obodo gwa ndị mmadụ ha sevu ihe ha ga-eji wee gaa lụ ọgụ onye nwere ego were kashi gị tii n'akpa na-esevukwu kachi na be gị ọ na-abụ ọgụ ada ị na-enye ndị agha onye agha nwude gị inye ego ọ ga-avali ugodi ego ahụ inyere for the moment ọ gwa gị na-awa were ego a na-azụgodi onwe gị gbaa ị na-edere atụ ego adị ijekwa na bankị ahụ ị na-amakwa na ịkpatụkwa aka kpatakwa ị na-esevukwa ego biko na bankị ga-efelu onye ọbụla mgbe ahụ maka na ọgụ anyị adada kịta eklozo bankị agụ ewe bee ebe agụ ewe pịawa agha azụ so ndị ụka ka nna-achị ịgwa nka gbani ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada ụnụ ekụziri ihe ọzọ na-agwa ha na ọgụ na-ada ọ maka ihe na nwụdebe gị n'aka ka iji ekweta na na-eme a na-enwute ndị mmadụ n'aka ọgụ na-ada ọgụ na-ada and ọgụ a ga-ada ihe edere na Baịbụl emere ụnụ kụnụ mata na ọya ada mana onwe onye chọrọ ịnụ ya kịta maka ọ dịghị ka na-azụta ego n'ime ahịa ọgụ na-ada tell people na-akwado ịlụ ọgụ ịgwazara ihe ị na-ezi ya from January to December ofu ihe na-agwa ha ka ị na-agwa ha chenjere ha topic gwa na ha na ọgụ na-ada anaghị agụ some part na Baịbụl ka ha wee kweta na ọgụ na-ada ịga na Revelation ọgụ a na-ada na edere ya na ọ ga-ada mana ị naghị like ịgụ Revelation ọfụ eme ịgụ Revelation ihe ebe ya agụ ebe dị gị important ebe ndị ụka ya nụ wee like ya gị enye onyinye Project Sunday enye nke ndị fa ndị Chelsea enye nke ndị Man U enye nke ndị nke general enyezie nke ndị a na-akpọ Jesus zone ihe niile na-enyekọcha ya mgbe ọbụla unu na-atọ na building unu na-arụ nke ọrụ nke arụ na-arụkasị ihe na-arụ unu tozi na rebuild onwezi anaghị emezi ihe ọfụ rebuild ihe nke arụrụ ochie arụgharịkwa ya nke arụgata ekpughepụ ya akụ ya parapet arụkwa ọzọ ụmụ ogbenye na-ata afụ onwebe ebe ụka rụbara ihe rụba ụlọ ụka rụọ ọrụ si ogbenye soro otu ego arụcha ụlọ ụka nwe ogbenye agụọ ya akwụkwọ gwa m ụlọ ụka ahụ the most expensive church enwe and the most expensive school enwere bụ ndị ụka nwunye mana ndị ga-atụ ego ya bụ ụmụ ogbenye rụsị ya ndị ahụ unu na-eme ebiri ekpere Wednesday ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ maka ndị ọkọtụ bụ ndị nwere n'ego n'anya unu ka ha rabụ ndị ọkọtụ Holy Ghost ụmụ ogbenye na-enyekwara gị aka jakwanakwa ndị big man ga-enyere ha aka faya anụbịa anụcha mgbe ejozi iji wee ụmụ akwụkwọ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ ejekwa kpọrọkwa ndị ụmụ ọkọtụ ahụ dịka isi chie ya ajekwa kpọrọkwa ha ga-agụkwa ya maka price ị ga-eti ya ndị ga-emeta ọgwụgwụ ya bụkwa ndị ọkọtụ ị na-akpọkwa ọkọtụ kịta bikọz na ọkara gị wee nwe ego bụrụ onye ọkọtụ ihe na-ada faya ndị ọhelu faya ka ụnụ dagidere megide ọnụ nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ elu nwụrụ ọkụ ala nwụrụ ọkụ faya oreru ka ọchanja bidoro ịgba ọkụ unu ncha gbafucha onwe ezi ọnya fụrụ faya unu tibere gbara ọchanja ọkụ kemgbe ahụ ụnụ agbaala ọsọ na faya onye ọbụla n'ọrụ onwe ya ya bụ ụtọ ndị iwe na-enwe m nke ụnụ ebidogokwa iwe m iwe n'ikpeazụ gbanị ndị mmadụ eziokwu hapụ ịnwụ na agba gbanị ndị mmadụ n'ọgụ na-ada gbanị ndị mmadụ nsogbu anyị nwee iru okịta anụma ndị bụ ndị esmen n'ime ọhịa ebe ị ga-agbaba ma alụba ọgụ ka ha jiri birigodi ebiridi ya den ebiri n'ime ọhịa kọnka ime ọhịa niile nne ga-agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo nna ga-agba n'ọsọ n'ugbo gbogote n'elu ala anyị na-ekwu okwu ha niile nọcha na jọnshọn niile esi abanye na bunu sil onwebụ ihe ịfụrụ onwebụ ihe ị chọrọ imepe anya ha niile nọcha na jọnshọn bunu ịnọkọta na azụbeghị fụka na kpamkpamkpamkpamkpamkpa n'ụdịrọ na polisi akwụkwọ n'azụ ụlọ gị den ọgụ ada kịta ka ebe ị ga-ezo kịta arụsị niile dị n'obodo unu buru eburu sị na unu buru ya n'aha Jizọs unu eburu ya n'aha Jizọs were sọziere anyị n'aha onye kwani Jizọs unu na-akpafu unu na-egwu eweyo unu kwuo nke unu ekwu.
You have heard this message is loaded even though it is with humor. This message is applicable to anything you are worshiping, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a traditionalist, whether you are a Jewish, whichever angle you are. You must begin to tell your people about the danger at hand. There is war going on in Biafra territory. People don't want to talk about it. Lives have been lost. The kind of video that is coming out from Biafra land is not a joke. These informations, you cannot get it in the conventional media. You can't get it in the international media. We are only forcing ourselves and trying as much as we can to put these information forward so that you can be able to get it. Wherever you are, in your small community, in your churches, as a native doctor, or as an imam, any place you are in Biafran territory, tell your people there is war going on so that they can prepare themselves and get ready for what is coming. We don't want anybody to be taken unaware. War is already going on. Everybody in Biafran territory must prepare. Nigerian government is waging war against the Biafran people, and they are recruiting non-state actors. Asare Dokoba and boys are in action, taking innocent life. We have seen them on video. They confess to their crime and they are bold about it. We must protect ourselves and defend ourselves. Wherever you are as a Biafran, if you have any mechanism to protect yourself for the meantime, do it while the government of Biafra is doing their own. The United States of Biafra government is already putting in place things that need to be put in place. The Liberation Army of Biafra in the 40 states as constructed are doing their part. In any of those 40 states of Biafra, every state have its own military that is going to protect it. And the plan is ongoing. I bet you a lot is going to happen very, very soon. The government is so busy organizing things and making things right. But meanwhile, as you are, as a Biafran, wherever you are, do not lose your guard. Do not lose your guard. Do not lose your guard. Be security conscious at all times. Be security conscious at all times. Look around your environment. Mind where you go, when you go, and how you go. Very, very important. We are going to defeat this enemy, but we need your support. Your support is needed by the Biafran government. As long as I do your part, I bet you we will never give up and will never hands up. Because the whole world is going to hear us. Everybody knows what is going on in Biafra land, even while some are pretending not to know. Everybody know, and we will never give up. What they are doing today is to beat us down and make sure we give up and stop talking about our freedom. But we will never, ever give up. No matter what happens, we'll never give up. I want us to listen to this very program I came across. Let us hear the opinion of this guy on this program.
Estimation, in your assessment, do you think that the Southeasterner is better in Nigeria or outside Nigeria? I want you to give us a holistic overview of whether Nigeria serves as a living space for the average Southeasterner, or is there some form of, should they live, should they exist?
Okay, Mr. Chukuma, thank you again for having me and this panel. Let me say this, and I totally agree with what Sho has said. If you don't want them, let them go. I'll answer that for you as a one very northern politician who used to be a retired army officer said. Do you allow a conquered people to? The East is the slaves, so they will continue to be. You don't allow slaves to go. And he said that in national TV, and nobody arrested him. Nobody said anything to him. He said that the East, as far as they are concerned, is not a place where we're going to continuously be there, because if the East go, who will be helping them, serving them, and doing all that? So the East have been long considered by those powers that be as a conquered territory. The problem that we're having now is because those who the people who do not know Pharaoh is in the other way. In the Bible, it's the other way around. The Pharaoh who do not know Joseph, but now they in the East. Then those of us who didn't fight the war, those of us who didn't know what the war was all about, have become men today, and we see the injustice and the lopsidedness, and we are now rising to say, you guys are not speaking. Who, just like Sho have said, the governors of the East, those who have made millions from selling out the Igbos, who have made their empires built on collaborating to make sure that the East does not develop. They are the ones the people now, like Nnamdi Kanu, rose up against, because he sees the lopsidedness. People keep saying, we don't know what do the Igbos want. Nnamdi Kanu had a meeting with the governors of the East. And when they offered him positions, he said, no, I don't want your positions. I want you people to do this. Give us a standard railway. Give us a seaport. Give us some good road. Give us federal establishments in the East. And that's what we're looking for. I'm not looking for your position. They left and said, okay, we'll get back to you. And of course, we know what happened after that.
Okay, so, okay, KJ, permit me to butt in at this time. My question is this. Do you think that the interests, the fortunes of an Igbo man will improve in a restructured Nigeria or in a sovereign state called Biafra?
Yes. I say yes to all your questions. Answer all your questions. Look, let me tell you, the Igbo man doesn't see Nigeria as his, world. No, we see the world as our there to take. We are not limited by the space in Nigeria.
This is what I have said before in my program, and this is the exact truth. When they come, they will only tell you that the Igbo man need a larger space, and they regard Nigeria as a larger space. Nigeria is not the larger space that we need. Nigeria is not the larger space we need. What we need is the world entirely. The space we need is the world. Allow us to move out to the world, explore the world, invent in the world, and do what we have to do. When you are trying to limit us in Nigeria, you are caging us. I love this thing that this man has just said. I have said it several times on my program. You know, those politicians in Nigeria, those criminals, they will come and tell you, oh, you don't go to Biafra. When you take Biafra, it will make you spoil. That the Igbos, they need the larger space. The Igbos need a larger space. And when they are talking about larger space, they begin to refer the larger space as Nigeria. Nigeria is never a larger space for us. Nigeria is the smallest space on the planet Earth for us to be. Nigeria is the smallest space a Nigerian can be, a Biafran can be. When you are talking about larger space, refer to the world. And that is exactly what this man is doing. And that is the right thing to say. I'm glad he's doing that line of thought. I want us to listen to him once again and hear what he just said.
Interests, the fortunes of an Igbo man will improve in a restructured Nigeria or in a sovereign state called Biafra?
Yes. I say yes to all your questions. Answer all your questions. Look, let me tell you, the Igbo man doesn't see Nigeria as his, world. No, we see the world as our there to take.
Exactly.
We are not limited by the space in Nigeria.
Exactly. We see the world as our space, not Nigeria. Limiting us to Nigeria is a crime against humanity. We are not the people you can limit. But when they talk, they try to limit us to Nigeria. They talk about Nigeria. Oh, Igbo man can explain Nigeria. You cannot. Limiting us to Nigeria is a crime against humanity. We see the world as a space for us. And that is why we want to have our own nation where we can be able to reach out to the world at our own speed, in our own space, the way we want. Today, Nigerian government is stopping us from reaching out to the world. They are stopping us from exploring. They are stopping us from expanding. That is why we have to get out for us to have a place where we can be able to explore the world openly without any hindrance.
By the circumference of the earth itself, because that's why you go to every part of the world, you see an Igbo man. We don't have a confined mindset of where we can exist or not exist, and that's why the Igbo man can go to South Pole and be comfortable there and do his business because he's open-minded. He's not restricted by the people or culture or tradition. As long as you give him a space, a level playing ground, he will play very well. And he's a team player. He's not coming to dominate you or what. No, he's concerned about himself and his family and what he's doing. Now, the reason why I say yes to all your questions is because the limitation that the Igbo man faces in Nigeria is great. It's so great, and it also hampers the development of the Southeast. There are certain things and there are certain mileage the Southeast will have achieved if it was allowed to operate at the level he wanted. And if you have any doubt, you go back to when Nigeria was region, by regions, you see that the Southeast was the fastest growing. Even around the world, it was mentioned that Okpara's government was one of the best. And things moved. That was when Malaysia came to Nigeria to pick up the palm fruits. So what are we saying here? We're saying that at that level, every region was putting their best out, their best foot forward. But now we're relying on the fact that there's always going to be federal, allocation to be shared. And we are continuously and constantly pressing down on the Southeast. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Chukuma. Why is the seaport in Calabar not working? Why is the seaport in Akwa Ibom not working? Why is the seaport in Oni and Port Harcourt not working? Why is the seaport in Warri not working? If those things work, the Igbo man probably will not bring his crates and import to Lagos and wait for months and months to be cleared. They will use those ports to get in their goods and be able to sell. Why is it that there's no standard gauge in the Southeast? Because if there was standard gauge, the Igbo man will probably use the railway like they used to do in the 80s and the 70s to move their goods and move their services. So these things are hampering. Why is there no gas pipeline in the Southeast? Why? You see, and again, look, if you fly into Nigeria, you must either land in Lagos, you land in Abuja, or you land in Kanu.
You can also land in Enugu.
But it will cost you more.
Okay.
It will cost you more than you would have even landed in Lagos and taken a local flight.
You can also land in Port Harcourt.
You can land in Port Harcourt, but it will cost you 3 times what it will cost you to land in Abuja or Lagos. Okay. Will you want to do that? So you rather land in Abuja and take a local flight to your community. Okay. So what am I simply saying? Is you see, he who pays the piper dictates the tune. So the tunes have been dictated to the Igbos for so long. The younger people don't understand it. Now, I am so glad that the Igbos have risen up to be talking back. And that's why I celebrate that the woman group, I think led by Madam Pin or I can't remember her right name now. And they are speaking out. And they have said to speak out for their children. Since the men in Igbo land have failed to do that, the so-called leaders and governors and all the professors have failed to be able to stand up and speak, just like Paul. It's not shameful that it's Afenifere that is rising up to speak on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not shameful to those who call themselves leaders of the East. What have they been able to do? Afenifere is the one demanding that Nnamdi Kanu should be released on, because this thing has come to a point nobody can understand.
Okay. Then.
But we are here sitting. Okay. Now, why did they make it an IPOB, a terrorist organization? By the way, I'm happy to say that in the whole wide world, it's only Nigeria that calls IPOB a terrorist organization. So it doesn't really mean anything because out there, people know that they are not terrorist organization.
Okay.
Now, why they call them terrorist organization? It will give them the opportunity to move more arms and ammunition into already the East. to deal with them decisively, because right now they are dealing with a terrorist group, a people who are very dangerous to the existence of Nigeria. Have they not been doing this before? They've been doing it. They are the ones who brought in all the players, the major players.
You have just listened to this very message. It is really heartbreaking when you see the situation the Biafra land is. Many people are aware of these issues, but when it comes to solution, it is only the United States of Biafra that is the front line of making sure that a solution is being reached. And we are going to pursue this solution consistently without looking back. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter whether you support us or you don't support us. It doesn't matter what you think or how you feel. The solution remains disintegration of the zoo until everyone stands on their own, be able to explore, grow at their own space, in their own speed. You are welcome, my brother Greg. Thank you so much for joining. Greg, are you there? Go ahead and speak to us, my brother Greg.
Thank you, Choose. Good morning and happy new week.
You're welcome.
Yes, my brother. It's terrible what is happening in our place. I don't know where to start, but I must start first from the things at hand. What is happening in the East, the moment. Because throughout yesterday night, I found it very hard to sleep. For me, it was too hard for me to lie down and sleep, honestly. Nothing, every side of life about the Igbos, about the struggle. I thought I was thinking and I could not hold anything. Because I cannot understand how a so-called governors in the East will employ people to come home and kill their citizens. I watched this young man with bike where those criminals lie bullets on the ground and they stopped him. A man you stopped without gun. A man you stopped without no knife. A man you stopped naked. He was not even wearing shirt. He was wearing shorts. And rolling his bike, and he stopped him and started flogging him, beating him to the extent of he became unconscious. After beating him to that level, the end of the day, he shot him. So I don't know how the governors in the East, I don't know how the senators in the East, I don't know how the commissioners, I don't know how the month will end and they will see money and the salary that came from Nigerian government and from the state government in their account, and they will use that money to feed their children and their relations. I don't know how a governor will sit, a commissioner, a minister, a senator will watch this video on how these people are killing people in the East. And they will keep quiet and they will continue. In any war convention, when you get a man with a gun in army uniform and they captured him, just like how many times the Biafran army have got Nigerian armies and they release them and they go. And somebody met a civilian, not with gun, not with a bullet, not with a machete, a man that was only with a shot, almost half naked, rolling his bike, and you beat him to unconscious, and at the end of the day, you shot him dead. And somebody that's sitting in any government house will watch this thing and he'll keep quiet. There is no way to comprehend such act. I'm telling you, I was asking myself, does it mean there is no more Does it mean that God doesn't exist in Igbo land again? It's not only one place. In almost every part of Igbo, the same system. In every part of it, the same system. They will kill without any remorse and they will go free. So, I can't understand. And I don't understand how our people who said, wake up one morning, how somebody wake up one morning and he joined this freedom movement. And he will go to bed and he sleep. And he will just fold his hands. And he will look at somebody and he will start talking about Simon Ekman, Nnamdi Kanu, Ngozi and he will not be asking himself questions. Some people started blaming somebody who did them nothing. I was asking myself, does it mean after the invitation of our PM Simon Ekman, the armies of Biafra who was defending the land, how could it be that all the men and all the equipments died? What happened? So does it mean there was a conspiracy before the invitation? Because you cannot tell me that they invited Simon Ekman for under 1 week and the men surrendered. Instead, they were coming up and talking who's supposed to be on this, who's supposed to represent Simon and who's not supposed to represent Simon. And they all abandoned what they had been doing and what they promised Simon that they would do. Now, it's supposed to be Ngozi, it's supposed to be Ogenkere, it's supposed to be this, it's supposed to be that. That is the only thing they are coming to tell the people. Where are the guns that people contributed money and bought and gave to you to defend the land? The whole money that was contributed before the Biafra declaration, throughout that 2 months' time, the PM was busy making sure that he raised enough money. Where are those money? The people that went to Finland, in every place, like let me use this place in Germany here, everybody, whether people that went to Finland and people that not went, minimum people contribute was 300 euro. Because you must pay for the seat, even whether if you are going or if you are not going. And the people contributed, there were people who were, I'm talking about the list. And there are people who were donating more than thousands and thousands. So when you calculate about more than 500 people that went, let's use the 500 of something people that went to Finland. When you calculate about 300 euros each, what will he give to you? And the PM was visiting every town and every city before this time. Where went that money? Where is that money? If let's assume that the men on the ground say, no, we have no money to feed. Where are that money they were contributing all this time within that period? So why must this thing come to this level? And the men on the ground are trying to claim that there is nothing like betrayal. They did not betray Simon Ekman. That it was Ngozi Orabueze. How can it be that Ngozi Orabueze? How could that be that Ngozi Orabueze? How could that be? How can you be calling an innocent woman's names because you want to hold a blame? You want to shift the evil that was conspired against the man who trusted your people to a particular woman that did you nothing. So I cannot understand it. I cannot understand the the people that sit up one day and say we want to fight for Biafra. And this situation now is not just that they went home or they did this and they did not think that when the rain fall, it does not fall on one man's house. It falls in every man's house. And as long as you carry the arm, even though you betray today, the Nigerian government know you betray, at the end of the day, they will kill you 100%. They can never spare you. They will use you at the end of the day. When they finish your people, they will come and kill you. Just like what happened to this man in Benue. When the Fulanis were using him, killing his people. By the time he wanted to change, he wanted to realize what he was doing. What did they do? They went and killed him. But he went and collected money before he started killing his people. Before he realized that, no, he doesn't want it anymore. They will go and they went and killed him. And that is what happened to Judas. When Judas realized what he did in betraying Christ, it was too late for him. Instead, he killed himself. So, my message this morning is to the men on the ground, for them to think twice and realize the real truth and nothing but the truth. So that's my message to them this morning. Let them think. Let every Biafrans lie down and sleep. Both the so-called Emeka, those ones who were conspiring against Simon Ekpa, Emeka Gift, Elo Chukwu, Ikangiru, those who are supporting the Biafra armies, where are they now? Why are they not speaking up? Like Simon Ekpa is not there. Why are they not defending the Biafra land? Simon Ekpa is not there. Why are they not talking about all these killings? Simon Ekpa is not there in the moment. Why are they quiet? Where are the DOS? Where is the wife of Nnamdi Kanu? Simon Ekpa is not there. Why not do something so that Biafrans will know that indeed you really want to fight for freedom of your people? Why are you keeping quiet? Where are the Johanneses? Where are the Eastern politicians? There will be a judgment there. That is my message to them this morning. And then I come to the videos you showed just now in the moment. You know, when the corrupt Biafran politicians and some of them that are said they are rich, anytime they want to deceive you, they will tell you Igbos need a larger place. We are living in Germany, some are living in Asia, some are living in Britain, England, America. Those ones need a larger place. Our Nigeria is not large enough to contain them. Why are we in Europe? Why are 3,000 something on the American list to deport back to Nigeria? Is the land in Nigeria not enough for them? Not large enough. Since Nigeria, we need a larger place. Go to every African country. Is all those places Nigeria where every Igbo man is living. Go to Cotonou, they have Biafra market. Go to Gabon, Libreville, Cameroon. Go to Malawi. Go to South Africa. Any part of the African country, Kenya, any part, mention the part of Africa that every Igbo man is living today. And they say in Nigeria we need a larger place. What do they mean by larger place? Because they are corrupt. Because they have soiled their hands, they cannot say what is the real truth. What is larger place? Larger place, are we looking for to live in a mansion before you know you live in a larger place? Even people are living in China, having factories there. Is that place not a larger place? So where can you live that you cannot do business the way you want it. So if we have Biafra today, Biafra will not be enough for us to do our productions, for us to produce anything that we want to supply to the whole world. Or if we are free, we cannot have diplomatic agreement with other neighbors. Is that not large enough? So when we are talking about Nigeria will be, the Igbos need a larger place. Maybe we will still go to Sky, for that place will be enough for us to live, because we are looking for a larger place. So let nobody think or accept or in any way listen to these criminals. Why do you think that person will not speak? Because his money is through corruption. Why do you think the maker will not speak? Because his money is through corruption. Why do you think that Eastern governors, like a person that called himself a professor, tell me all over the world, which reasonable country do you see a professor coming to drag a government office? A professor coming to drag office government, like governorship or presidency. It is only in Nigeria because he wants to belong to the corrupt world. Otherwise, he will be busy doing research in a university, lecturing, bringing up new brain to the land. But to Soludo want to belong. So the only way he can belong is to hire people to assassinate his people, to be killing his people, to hire arboros. That is what a professor end up himself in Nigeria, because it is Nigeria. Even in every other African world, tell me another African place where a professor will have time and what he'll be doing dirty politics. Is only in Nigeria, because evil have hijacked the land. There is no way he will survive as a professor than to be corrupt. If you call him today, he will tell you he's not corrupt. So the only thing there is to, my prayer is let us continue be strong. We will not come down. No matter how many they kill, the stone on the land of Igbos will rise and fight this battle. And it will be surprised to them how it will happen. They will understand it when it starts to come, because who laughs last laughs, and God is not asleep. Thank you, my brother, this morning.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution, my beloved brother. You have just spoken very well, and I thank you for always making an impact in all our programs. I thank every Biafran that is listening to this program, wherever you are listening from. And we must understand that today is our seat at home. The seat at home that we are having is something that we have all agreed together to have. Nobody is enforcing it. Nobody is forcing anybody to sit at home. It is something that Biafrans have agreed together to continue to stand on. And we will continue to do so. As we speak today, they continue to push their lies and blackmail propaganda against this very sit at home, because it is something that they know is working. But because they have seen that they can't stop it, all they have is to continue to speak against it, push propaganda, including taking innocent lives in order to blackmail the sit at home. But I thank you that Biafrans are not deterred. We are focused, and we will continue to be focused until we get to the promised land very soon. Every Biafran that is watching this program, if you are watching from Biafra land, please, the best thing you can do for yourself is to please follow instructions. Sit at home when others are sitting at home. Be security conscious at all times. Go out when you have to go out, and be at home when you have to be at home. Everything around you must be suspicious. Be careful, because there is a war going on in Biafran territory. There is no other way to paint it. There is no other way to tell you about this. There is no other way to preach this message except to let you know there is war going on in Biafran territory. So while the government continue to set out the plans on how to go against these people and engage them openly, you as a Biafran must protect yourself. You must also have a means to protect yourself by being at the right place at the right time, by listening to instruction and giving your support. Very, very important. All is not well. It has become very clear. People have shouted, even on their conventional media, in Biafra land, people have spoken, made it clear that there is a war going on. You must be very careful. But I bet you it is not going to be for too long. It's not going to be for too long. In a very short while, everything is going to be okay, and we are going to go back to status quo. As you can see from the fundraising that was held on Saturday, the message that came from our Prime Minister through our attorney, Levy, it is very important. That message is strong. You must know where you are, know who you are listening to. There is no point going to attack anybody on their social media or say you want to bring them down. No, no, no. Just ignore them. When you see those people you know that are not passing the right message, ignore them. Ignore them completely and focus on the right thing. Remember the word of our Deputy Prime Minister. Everybody have the freedom of association. Those who have chosen somewhere else to lay their tent, allow them, let them go ahead. Abasioso, Agwa Mile. At the end of the day, the truth shall prevail. The truth shall prevail. The warning has been given, and I bet you, these things you are seeing today is not going to last for too long. It will all be all over. But I bet you, try as much as possible to be on the right path, because many will be confused. Many are going to be deceived. Many are going to be betrayed. Be very careful. Be very careful. Don't allow yourself to be that very person through whom the Son of Man will be betrayed. Don't allow yourself to be the person whom the blood of the innocent will be found in his hand. If you are that person, the price to pay is very high. Ignorance is not an excuse. All you need to do today is to apply your common sense and reach out to information, listen carefully and follow up. You will not be deceived. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this very broadcast. I said I'm not going to take it for too long. We have been here for 2 hours and you're going to be rounding up the program. Those who are in Biafra land observing the sit at home, please continue to observe the sit at home while the government of Biafra continue to process the best way to engage and defend Biafra land, as the plan is already on. So many things are going to be happening in a few days to come. You are going to be seeing a lot of things. If you see something, say something. Don't keep information to yourself. Our own objective here is to make sure that the world is hearing us. The Finnish authority is hearing us, that the continued detention of Mazi Simon Ekpa is causing a very big havoc to us. The continued restriction of Mazi Simon Ekpa from speaking to us is creating a gap, empowering the terrorists to continue to attack our people, and they must allow our Prime Minister to come back to us as soon as possible. The continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, as we have seen, is something that the Nigerian government is not ready to go back on. They have already affirmed their procreation of IPOB, which they know Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. So I don't know where they are going to try to talk about releasing Nnamdi Kanu, and they are prescribing the organization of which he is a leader, and he has never denounced it. My fellow Biafrans, we must prepare. The war has already begun. Don't wait until it happens to you or the person you know or your brother or your sister before you can be able to understand. Prepare yourself now that you have time, because you might not have the time to make the preparation when it happens. Those who were victors yesterday are victims today, and some who are victors today will be victims tomorrow. Be very careful wherever you are. Say something if you see something. Thank you for all for joining me on this program. My beloved brother Greg, I'm going to be rounding up the program. Please, if you have something to say as a closing remark, say it and let us end the program and come back later in the day, hopefully. Go on, my brother Greg.
Thank you, my brother. Well, what can we say? We'll continue. We pray to God to, there is nothing that God cannot do. So, I just want to state all the Biafrans, those who are sitting at home, to be watchful for their movements, be careful for your movement, and before you move out, please make sure you look back either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because these people they didn't kill them on the day or sit at home. So they kill at random. So watch your back every time you are going out. Watch your back. Know where you want to go and let people know where you are going. Because these people have come to kill, definitely. So I urge Biafrans to be strong and prayerful and hope in God, not on man. Because man can fail you, but God cannot fail. So that is my own advice to every Biafrans today. Thank you, Chus, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect you too. My fellow Biafrans, may Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect our student, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I appreciate every one of you that have participated on this program. Please like and share if you have not done so. And I will see you again later in the evening, hopefully by the grace of God. Thank you and stay blessed.
Asịkwana Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope asịkwana na ọ ihe Chineke ga-eme ọ ga-emekwa ịfụnanya. Isi n'igwe na enwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Eze ka ọ dị. Ịghọtago ọnwa pie. Ogbugbo ọtụtụ anwụgbo.